Ladies and gentlemen, podcasting since 2005. You're listening to Gamertag Radio. With your hosts, podcaster Hall of Famer Danny Pena, the always opinionated Paris Lilly, and from outside of the norm, Peter Toledo. This is Gamertag Radio.
All right, live from Los Angeles. I'm back here with Parris. What's going on, Parris, man? How you doing?
What's going on, man? We took a road trip today.
We did. Now, I know you were the one that mentioned this to me. Like, Danny, let's go to the CD Projekt office. I'm like, really? They have an office there? And you show me the link. I'm like, interesting. It was by Santa Monica, right?
Yeah, it's Venice Beach. Mm-hmm.
Venice Beach. And we went there, and it was painted. I don't know what was going on there.
Graffiti.
But graffiti?
Mm-hmm.
That's what happened in the States, man, you know? But it looks cool. And we did like a little quick video, and we posted online. People like, what's going on, man?
Yeah.
Look, we're excited about Cyberpunk 2077, man. Super excited. Paris has been streaming a lot of content. Every time there's like a Night City Wire. I know there's one coming up. By the time you listen to this, it's going to be there. Are you planning to stream?
I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking I'm going to do a live stream, yeah.
Is it the last one before launch?
Yeah, it'll be the last one before launch.
Okay.
Hey. The last one before launch.
Knock on wood, right? Knock on wood. Yeah. So this episode, we want to talk about why we're so hyped about Cyberpunk 2077. We've been hearing about this game since, 2013? We even have an old interview with CD Projekt Red on our show when they announced the game. It was super, super early, and I asked a lot of questions they were not answering. I mean, it was early. It's 2013. We're in 2020, almost to 2021, Paris. How hype are you for this game? Because this episode is going to be strictly about Cyberpunk 2077. You, the listeners, are you ready? We're ready, but Paris, go ahead.
I mean, at this point, most people know my hype level is off the charts. Like, I've jokingly said that when I do have that game in my home, I'm out. Don't expect me to contribute on this podcast. Don't expect me to be on social media tweeting or nothing. I am just going to put my head down and just play this game, from start to finish, and just start working on content for it, because that's something I want to do. I mean, like you said, we've known about it since 2013. Look, they Night City Police looking for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, we've known about this game since 2013, but obviously since 2018 when they actually showed gameplay at E3, that just took the hype to another level. And my excitement has been well known these past couple years, to the point I'm a freaking meme on the internet about it, and I got the chair and all that stuff. But I'm super excited for it, and with you now being here in LA, it was cool that we were able to go down to Venice Beach and, just have fun, taking some photos, fun little video and stuff out in front of the office. I mean, hey, the graffiti, over the building, because, they painted in yellow for Cyberpunk and everything. So, but we got a couple shots in there. They're they're repainting it now. But I'm super excited because I truly think this is going to be one of the special games of our generation. I just do. They've earned my trust with The Witcher 3, which I still contend was the best game of last generation. And I guess, do you consider Cyberpunk last generation, next generation? I don't know, but I think they're making something special. And look, I got a chance. Look, everyone knows I've played the game. I've actually had a chance to play it. I've spent close to 5 hours in that world, and I see what they're doing. And I understand why they've delayed it a few times, which, ironically enough, a couple other games like Assassin's Creed Valhalla and Watch Dogs just came out, and they're buggy. It's just facts. And when I played Cyberpunk, it was buggy. And I realized CD Projekt Red doesn't want that to be the first impression of this game, because I had the ability to look past the bugs and see what it is that they're doing. But maybe not everyone's going to see that. Maybe people are going to see the bugs, and that's all they're going to talk about. And obviously, they want the game to be perfect, and that's what they've been talking about. They want that first impression to wow you. And I think that's what people can expect, man. I think when people jump into Night City and they get into that world and they immerse themselves in, it's going to be special. And the one thing that I've just been preaching ever since I got to play it, that I think people need to understand, this is not Grand Theft Auto 2077. This is an RPG at its core. It is a from first-person view, but yes, you can do shooting and drive around in cars and all that, but this is an RPG, first and foremost. And if people take it from that perspective, I think they're in for a treat, man. I think it's going to be an amazing thing. Not to mention, you know, I want to say Killer Mike, but Run the Jewels, excuse me. That song and that video they just came out with. I mean, that was just straight fire, dude. And that's just a part of the soundtrack. I mean, these are the kind of things you can expect when you play this game. So, I'm super excited.
Now, my question to you, because I'm going to go back to the summer of 2020 when you got hands on with the game.
Yeah.
Did you get to hear any of the soundtrack, or was that off?
No, I heard music in there.
Okay.
I heard music. Yeah.
Now, I'm a soundtrack guy, so did you change the station?
Yes, I did.
You did?
Yes, I did.
Was there a lot of stations available for there, or not really?
Now you're making me go back into the memory banks. It was a decent amount. Let's put it that way. There was a variety. I wasn't like, oh man, there's only 3 channels. I mean, it was a good amount. It was easily over 6 or 7. I can't remember exactly.
Because here's why I'm bringing that up. So there's other open world games, not RPG, but think of it as like Saints Row, not Grand Theft Auto. I think they did a pretty good job with when it comes to like the radio station and talk radio and all that. But there was some games that tried to do that formula with Grand Theft Auto, and I tried to listen to the station, and I felt like it wasn't complete. You change it, and it will just go to the next track. There's no stations. It's just like kind of meh. So it doesn't feel like that at all, right? Like it feels like even when you're driving around and you listen to the radio, it feels like you're in Night City still, right, Parris?
Yes, absolutely. That's part of the immersion of playing the game is you feel like, again, Night City feels like a living, breathing world, and the music is going to be a big part of that. It's like I feel like I keep describing it, but it's like I just want people to play it so they understand like what I'm saying, because it probably sounds crazy when I just say it, but you'll see when you get past that initial demo point and you're able to freely just walk around in Night City. You'll see what I mean, man. It's alive. It's great.
Yeah. Now, what were the things that you did that a lot of people that also got hands-on didn't? Because I know you mentioned one content creator that he did something totally different that you never even thought about.
I think, again, that's the beauty of this game is I've read or watched every hands-on preview because I was curious. And, some other people, we know more closely, like Alana Pierce, Blessing, Miranda, Ryan over at IGN, they all got to play it. And we've all talked about our experiences, and no one's done the same exact thing. We've all done unique things in there. The one thing that stood out the most for me was because I picked Corpo. And when you go back, when you again, I don't want to spoil too much, but when you go through that initial part and then you return to the same Lizzie's bar later on, you make an offhand comment where the bouncer at the door makes a comment to you, and you say to the bouncer, oh, well, the last time I was here, I didn't come through the front door because the first time you came through the roof. So it's little touches like that. And the conversation piece, the dialogue choices that you can have, depending on your lifestyle choice. With me being a corpo, like I said, when you storm the Maelstrom gang and you go and you get that chip that has the virus on it, I knew it had a virus on it because that's what a corpo would do. It's just little stuff like that. So you start having those kind of stories, and like I did the whole brain dance stuff, and I just remember like Miranda hadn't even done brain dance. She was like, "Wait, you can do that?" I'm like, "Yeah, you can do that." It's like little things like that. I walked around in Watson, which is a district in Night City, and I found the No-Tell Motel. That's from the E3 2019 trailer.
Okay.
When you first find out that Keanu Reeves is in the game. So that's like in the game. You can like literally go to that place. It's just little stuff like that, And like I said, just the ambiance of it. And there was a scenario where I'm driving by and I'm watching the police and the gang have a shootout, I could have participated if I wanted to. But
so you could go in there and just shoot?
Yeah, I just kept going. I was like, yeah, not my problem. And I just kept going, So it's little stuff like that, man.
Now, I mean, I'm super curious about that. Like, can you just get out of the car and just shoot the gang?
You can shoot anybody you want.
And support the cops? And the cops will be okay with it? Or?
No, they'll probably start shooting at you. It would be my guess. That'd be my guess. I don't know.
Yeah, but it's cool that everybody has, like, a very unique experience.
Yeah.
And I think we're going to see a lot of that conversation on Twitter.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. There's going to be so many conversations that come out of this game. And look, I realize people listening to this, probably, oh, Parris, you've been talking about this game for 2 years. Oh, you're overhyping it. Maybe I am. I don't freaking know. I know what I experienced. And it just made me even more excited for the game. And that's, I think, the best compliment that I can give it, to where it's like, I'm fully embracing that when it comes out. I don't know for how long, what period of time, but when the game comes out, I'm playing it from multiple times, creating content around it, going to be talking about it, I want to dive into the lore, just all of that, because I think it's worth that investment for me. And I think for other people, it will be as well. Some people, it won't. I mean, clearly, not everything is for everyone. So, go into it and judge it for yourself. That'll be my best advice. And this is before I've even obviously reviewed the game or whatever. I'll review it and give my opinion at that time, good, bad, and indifferent. But I think they're making something special. I do. I just honestly do. And in a weird way, I'm almost glad it did get delayed until December 10th, because it gave me a chance to experience all these other games that have come out this holiday, because I'm out. I'm just telling you now, I'm out. And I think a lot of people, like, that game is going to dominate the headlines for the rest of the holiday when it comes out. No one's talking about any other game.
I think for the rest of the year, maybe, too.
Well, yeah. But well into early 2021, that's all people are going to talk about is Cyberpunk, I think. Unless it flops. Hey, we're all full of it, and we're like, oh, my God, why was I invested in this game? It's terrible. I don't think that's going to happen, but you never know until the final game comes out.
Now, when you start the game, and I know you mentioned about the cops and gangs, right? What else stood out to you in the background of people just walking, conversations. And you can listen to. Yeah,
you can listen, and it's not about you. You're not the center. You're just another person in that world, and that's kind of the best thing about it. There's just so much going on. There's so much attention to detail that they put into this game. Not only just with the environment itself, but even with the NPCs, the conversations that they're having, the things that they're doing and interacting with. It's all there.
Yeah, man. Now, there's gonna be a lot of places to go, right? Once you start the game, where is like the area that you would like to check out? That you're super curious to see what's our goal?
Japantown, because I'm trying to rock it with Tiger Claws, the gang. That's where I want to be.
You want to rock it with them? Why is that?
I just find them to be the most fascinating gang in the game. Just the if you get into the lore and all that, just the implications of the Tiger Claws, the interactions with Arasaka and all. That's what I want to do.
Yeah, and how you're going to be playing the game? More of like hacking, just full blown attacking.
Yeah, I think I'm going to be a net runner. I think my initial playthrough. I'm going to be a black female net runner corpo. That's my first playthrough. I will do all lifestyles. I will do multiple playthroughs, but that'll be my first one.
I know people are going to ask why.
Because I'm a black man and I want to play as a black woman with a big Angela Davis afro with tattoos, and I want to do. But the reason I want to do corpo, being serious, is I want to role play it as like a redemption story where I started off in the corporal lifestyle. I've seen the error of my ways. I'm going to partner with Johnny Silverhand, and we're going to take down Arasaka and burn it down. That's what we're going to do. That's my RPG. Story arc.
Yeah, playing The Witcher 3, I was doing a lot of the side quests. A lot. And there was some I just couldn't do it because based on my decisions, it just got canceled or just got deleted. Some of the quests. We might see a lot of that too on this one for sure.
Oh no, absolutely. Your choices will absolutely matter. You will be forced to make tough decisions on people that you're having relationships with to get certain items, to get things done. That's why I think this game it's taken them 8 years to make it. I think this is why it's taken it so long. It's so complex, just with the different stories choices that you'll be able to make and the ramifications of making those choices.
Yeah. What was the expansion from The Witcher 3 that you were like, Blood and Wine.
Blood and Wine.
Blood and Wine. To me,
It's a game by itself.
it felt like the last one before that.
Hearts of Stone.
It was okay. It was good. It was good.
It was
but
good.
It was not no Blood and Wine level at all.
But now the villain in Hearts of Stone was
it's fire.
with Mirror Man. He was great.
Yeah.
But Blood and Wine is literally like its own game.
Yeah.
That's how expansive that was.
Now I'm thinking, how many hours, without doing side quests, how many hours is that with the game with Cyberpunk? Have they even mentioned anything about the hours?
They've said the story will be less than The Witcher 3 story, and I'm actually glad because I felt The Witcher 3 campaign initially had a lot of filler in it. I would imagine you're probably still dropping in a good 40 to 50 hours, even if you're just gonna just do the story and not really explore and participate in a lot of side quest stuff. I have no idea.
Yeah, the reason why I'm asking is because based on your decision, I wonder if it extend the campaign longer or shorter.
I think it could. There's supposedly scenarios where you can end the game without finishing it in the sense that you may not get to the final end of the campaign depending on your decision and you'll end the game. So I don't know, maybe you're blowing up Night City or something. I don't know. So
yeah. Oof. What else do you want to say talk about the game that we haven't brought up before we wrap it up?
I mean, I guess I would just say overall, not just talking specifically about the game, but just with the hype and everything surrounding it. I don't expect people to listen to me because they're probably at some level, there's definitely some bias there from me. But I would hope that when the game does come out, when I do play it and we talk about it, people will just know that you're going to get my honest opinion no matter what. I'm gonna just tell you what I think. If I love the game, I'm going to say I love it. If there's problem with the game, which there will be, because there was problems in the demo that I definitely pointed out that I didn't like, I'm going to say it. But I would just say overall, I get this is probably the most hyped game we've seen in years. Obviously, the marketing we've seen has just been everywhere. Hell, even when Biden won president, you saw Cyberpunk in the background, people dancing in the street in New York.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I mean, there's going to be a lot of hype around it. There's going to be a lot of marketing around it. But they coming to get me. They say, "Shut up, Parris."
I said it.
One thing I will say though that I don't agree with the marketing is I don't think they're marketing what Cyberpunk, the world of Cyberpunk really is, the dark future really is. This is a dark ass game. Dark is Cyberpunk. I'm talking, it's not a happy place, and they market it with the trailers and the commercials almost like it's a comedy in a way, and this is not a comedy. We're gonna see some really gruesome stuff in this game, and I guess I get why they don't want to market it that way because it potentially could turn some people off. But I think some people are going to be in for shock value when they actually sit down and play it at how dark this game really is. And it's not going to hold any punches at all.
You know what was the last game I felt was that? Like that was, what's a Call of Duty game? Remember the Russia airport?
Was that Modern Warfare 2? I think it was 2.
Yeah. That
yeah.
Mid Russia, right?
The mission was called No Russia.
Oh,
Yeah,
no
No
Russia.
Russia.
No
Yep.
Russia.
Mhm.
Thank you, Brianna. Shout out to her. So that created a lot of headlines.
Yeah.
Right. Do you see that happening
Yes,
with
100%.
Cyberpunk? Wow,
100%.
Let me finish at least the question, But okay, so you say okay, so you say yes. So there's gonna be a lot of headlines, you think, right? Why is that? Is it because it's so dark and there's stuff that people just gonna be the shock value?
Yeah.
Or maybe there's stuff like Grand Theft Auto, a sex scene or whatever,
All the above.
All the above.
All the above what you just said. It's a mature game. It's a dark game. It's not holding your hand. It's not, rubbing you on the back and giving you some warm milk and cookies going, that's okay, Timmy. It's not. It's like, this is the world that Mike Pondsmith has made. He's been heavily invested in crafting the story and what they're doing. I mean, I've seen Pavel Sasko talking many times on social media about he's making no excuses for some of the quest designs that the quests that they've created. Remember, Pavel, he's the guy that did the Baron quest in The Witcher 3, which people that had people on fire mad with the some of the storylines that came out of that, and they're taking it to an even higher degree in this one. So, yeah, I expect it to have some controversial, Plus, they fully embrace sexuality and just everything that goes in it. It's like, there's It doesn't matter if you're man, woman, or whatever you want to identify yourself with. There's all that goes into this game too. Danny, you know people are going to have a problem with that.
Of course.
You know
of
they're going to
course.
have a problem with that.
Of course. But I feel like gaming has changed throughout the years. It's not like how it used to be in the 90s. It was so controversial. It was headlines like that.
Yeah.
I just don't see it anymore like that with games now. That's why I'm kind of like, people are going to talk about it, but I don't see like Fox News.
You don't think Tucker Carlson is going to have a freaking segment? Cyberpunk 2077. The Polish people are coming to destroy your kids. It's happening. You know they're going to do that. This Polish company are with these controversial, non-conservative. It's happening.
It's
happening. I'll give you this example. I'm not letting my kids play Cyberpunk.
No, of course not.
No,
of course not.
No, and that's going to be spun into a negative. That this game is not for kids. You know that's happening, Danny. You know that's going to happen.
We'll see.
It's just but they know it too. They know it too. They're obviously prepared for it, but it's not stopping them from making the game that they wanted to make.
No.
And I applaud them for that. I want a game like this because I'm an adult and I can handle it. My kids can't. So guess what? I'm not going to let them play the game. So parents, be aware of what your kids are playing. That's all that really comes down to.
Mm-hmm. I wonder how nervous CD Projekt Red, like the team, they're like, because the game is coming out very, very soon.
Well, I'm going to say this.
Yeah.
You know Jason Schreier is going to have an article. You know he is.
That is true.
You know he's going to have an article where he's going to spin something negative about the game. And, okay, full disclosure, I got the freaking chair. All right, let's move on. He's going to have an article where he's going to say something controversial. He's going to spin it into, and these are all the thousands of hours that this team spent on crunch to be able to do that. That's happening too. You know that's happening. Mm-hmm. And again, call me biased or whatever, that's fine. That's just the reality of what's about to happen in the next month. Those kind of articles are coming.
And people are going to tag you. Once
of course. They're going to tag me with a chair emoji.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's happening.
Yeah. No, but Parris, that was the question. That was the question that I put up on Twitter. Like, we're ready for December 10th. Are you ready?
Yeah.
A lot of people were like, yes. And people were saying, yeah, I've been waiting for 2013. But a lot of people were saying, CD Projekt Red is ready for us. Because the game has been delayed so many times. But we get why the game got delayed. A lot of people don't. They just want to get the game.
Yeah.
But then they get it, and then they complain, so many bugs.
Right.
That's the thing what's going on, especially with Watch Dogs Legions. I know you mentioned that earlier. But if the game gets delayed again, Parris, is that going to be a good thing for CD Projekt Red?
I think they're ready. I think they've been perfectionists as far as why they've delayed the game. They could have put this game out hot and just patched it on the fly. Still made their millions, but I think they're trying to keep their reputation that they've built off of The Witcher 3, so they want the game to be perfect.
Yeah,
I can't blame them for it. I'm patient. I'm on record. Delay the damn thing to 2021 as far as I'm concerned. Yeah. If you need more time, I hope as far as crunch and all that goes, people aren't crunching ridiculous hours just to meet the December date. But we'll see. It's going to be a controversial game. I'm telling you now, the majority of people that are saying they're excited for this game don't know what this game really is. I'm telling you.
They think it's just a shooter and running around. That's it.
I think it's Grand Theft Auto. I'm telling you. They're going to go, well, why can't I just hijack the car right away? What do you mean I got to upgrade my skill to hijack it first? They're not going to understand that because it's an RPG.
Now, will you consider this as a Destiny RPG game?
No.
Not online, but I'm saying like upgrading your character, armor.
No.
Okay.
No. I would put this more on the realm of Skyrim.
Okay,
I would think something like Skyrim or God, I'm trying to think like Baldur's Gate, something like that. I mean, I'm talking deep in the weeds as far as the RPG mechanics that are under the hood.
Mass Effect?
More than that. Definitely more than that.
Huh.
Yeah.
I could see I could definitely see Skyrim on that. Fallout?
Yeah, see, like a Skyrim, a Fallout on that level, but that's why I kind of bring up Baldur's Gate. I'm thinking even more old school RPG. Think something like that, you know?
But those games were not like based. Okay, I know about upgrading your character, but also your decision that you make in the game. That's
leaning more back into Mass Effect and all that. And obviously, we've seen the template with that with The Witcher 3, so you kind of know what to expect off of that.
Yeah, definitely, man. All right. Well, Parris, I just want to say I'm excited, man, for December 10th, man. Super excited. Can't wait to finally play the game because you've been talking about it a lot, and I'm like, I'm hype about it, but it's different. It's like when you mentioned about the controller, the PlayStation 5 controller, you need to experience that to really understand why it's different compared to, and it feels next gen compared to Xbox and everything, right? I think that's the same thing with Cyberpunk, that you have to experience it so you can understand why we've been hyped about the game.
I think so too, and it's crazy, man. Like I said, it's been a crazy 2 years. I've literally traveled around the world seeing this game and interacting with the people making this game, and just obviously all the social media stuff. And sometimes I do worry I talk about it too much. I do. I think
that's not a bad thing, though, man.
I wonder. I sometimes I go, should I keep talking every time they put out something? Should I say something? Should I not say something? I worry about that sometimes because I don't want to overhype it, but I get excited too.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I get excited when I see some of this stuff.
Yeah.
So, and I know, and I'm self-aware at this point to know how many people are excited, but excited to that I'm excited. You know what I'm saying? Like they're literally wanting to know what I think or what I have to say. So I am self-aware of that, but I don't want to overdo it. And I know we're close to the end now anyways, before it's out. But even once the game is out, I'm going to continue to talk about it.
Yeah.
Continue to want to make content and dive into the lore. I think the best thing this 2 years has done, obviously, the viral videos and all that stuff came out. It's just the people that I've met because of it. And just the friendships I've made along the way, just because we're excited about this game, and you get invested into it. Like it is an absolute trip to me. People on both sides of the industry, on the community side and even on the PR and dev side that I may talk to, talking about a completely random other topic, and they'll bring up Cyberpunk. Like, dude, I can't wait till you get that game. Like they'll say stuff like that to me, which is crazy. So I'm excited for it, and like I said at the top, I think we're going to get something special, and we'll see on December 10th.
Well, before we wrap it up, there was one thing I want to bring up. So I moved here now to the West Coast, and I've been checking out like my luggages and all that stuff that I brought back from New York, and I found a pamphlet that we got from E3 2018, the presentation of Cyberpunk.
Yeah,
they gave us a cool pamphlet.
Yeah,
and there it has like more information about the presentation, more information about the game that was not in the presentation. And one of the things that stood out to us, because I remember recording a podcast with you, Pete, and Wayne.
Yep.
At the I was going to say R&B.
I know. Yeah, I know you. Yeah, at the hotel. Yeah,
the hotel, whatever.
The Airbnb.
What the R&B?
Yeah, the R&B.
Anyway, so
Teddy Pendergrass.
So we were recording, and I mentioned, because I read in the pamphlet, it said something like, you could go to a building, and each floor there's going to be multiple quests that you could discover there. And I'm like, that is insane. Side quests. I'm very excited to discover stuff that you probably haven't discovered. Like, your Parris, I went to this alley, I went to this area, and I discovered this cool quest. Have you found that? You're probably going to say, nah, but I went to this area and I found this quest.
Right.
So that's the part that I'm excited of, discovering new characters, new quests that probably a lot of people are not going to find. You know what I'm trying to say? So that's the part I'm excited about.
No, I know exactly what you're saying. That's why I was alluding to before when, I was talking to the other people that did get to play it early. And even in just that short demo, which is just the prologue, that's just the prologue of the game that we did. We all had different experiences just in that part. So imagine in the full experience of the game, how it's going to branch out and how things are going to be different for everyone. So yeah, I'm excited for that too. And that's why I think content wise, once it is out, you're going to start to see, wait, there's this gun. Wait, how did you get that? Oh my God, I didn't know that existed over here. So you're going to have those water cooler moments with other people that are playing the game. So if anything, that's probably the most exciting thing to me, is just the discovery and the exploration that's going to happen. Yeah,
definitely. Well, let's wrap it up here. There's some people coming over here now. So, so head over to gamertagradio.com, post your comments and feedback. If you want to listen to our old episode, especially the Cyberpunk episode from 2018, E3 2018, we had a long conversation about the game there. So make sure to check it out. That was the first time. Actually, I think that was the time that we said, "Don't talk about it until we're recorded."
Yep.
All right.
Because again, that's how that viral video was born. Because we'd agreed. I was like, I'm seeing it after you guys. Don't tell me nothing. I don't want to know nothing. I'm gonna go see it at this time on this day, and then we can talk about it after. And then that's when you and Pete surprised me.
Yes.
When you recorded the video.
Yeah.
So that's how that all happened.
All right. Also, if you have questions to the crew, I know we've been getting a lot of questions for fan mail. We're gonna play it one of these days because it's been very busy. Probably we'll do it before Thanksgiving, Paris. Well, we'll see. Wait, this might be the last episode. We'll be back in the first week of December. We're probably going to use that. Anyways, you could send us email for fan mail and also audio messages. And here's how you can contact us.
Send us your feedback or questions. Give us a call at 786-273-7GTR. Email us at fanmail@gamertagradio.com or leave a message on speakpipe.com/gamertagradio.
All right, Paris, anything else before we wrap it up?
No, man, I think that's it.
That's it? Paris, by the time we come back from Thanksgiving, maybe we might have the game, you think, early? I'm not sure.
I have no comment.
No comment? All right, well, there you go. All right, until next time, we're out. Take care. Bye.
Thanks for listening to Gamertag Radio. Be sure to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter.